has evolved to be considered, and I might mention that Mayor Gray actually initially came up with the idea of having the Louise Gatling Memorial Award when he was president of the association, and assigned me the job of trying to get about 20 different committee members to try to phrase some criteria for this thing, with all the judges involved with it as well, and trying to get a little snippet of what everybody would like in it. So I would just like to review what the Louise Gatling Memorial Award criteria are. The successful nominee shall be a long-standing member of the Lancaster Bar Association, shall have a commitment to pro bono service or other community or court-related volunteer efforts, shall exhibit a strong sense of family values, shall have demonstrated an enthusiasm for accepting new challenges with grace and a sense of humor, shall have shown a love and respect for the law, its traditions and image, and shall have met the above criteria with integrity, compassion, and thoughtfulness for others. This year I've enlisted the aid of someone else to help me with the presentation of this award, and I would ask Kraybill to come up and help.
It's my pleasure to introduce my father, Elvin Kraybill. He didn't know he was going to be recognized tonight, and so he probably didn't know I'd be up here talking about it. I'm grateful that you're asked me to say it. When we were growing up, Dad deliberately made time for my two sisters, Megan and Sarah, to meet. He attended all of our sports events and extracurricular activities. He was always wanting to hear about whatever we happened to be interested in. He also loved us kids by being a good husband to my mother, Esther. It'll mark 37 years of marriage this June. He frequently told us how proud of us he was. He feared for our failures, like any parent, seeming to anticipate that life was harsher than we imagined. But he has had the grace and the courage to challenge us to push our boundaries, allowing and encouraging each of us to journey abroad for study and life experience. He has shown love and respect for his own parents, Simon and Mary Jean, visiting them regularly and sharing interests with them, such as the Pennsylvania Dutch classes that he took with them. And through such interactions, he has modeled for me what it means to be a good son. He's been a terrific grandpa for my son, Ilya, rejoicing in the enthusiasm of our 4-year-old boy through activities that are fun and educational, such as building a swing in the backyard. As a member of the LPA, since his return to Lancaster from Georgetown for law school in the early 1970s, he was also an LBA president and championed the LBA Bar Foundation. As a founding member of Gibble, Kraybill, and Hess, together with John Gibble and Mel Hess, he has strongly supported the firm's pro bono outreach, support for local charities, and presence in the city of Lancaster. As a Lancaster Conference Mennonite and member of East Chestnut Street Mennonite Church, he has been an advocate for higher education, continuing to guide Goshen College Board in Goshen, Indiana, where both of my sisters graduated. And as a Mennonite attorney, he has counseled various church-related organizations and interests such as Mennonite Central Committee, Eastern Mennonite Board of Missions and Charities, and Landis Homes. As a Mennonite, he has promoted peace and justice, such as by opposition to governmental policies that permit torture and supporting international church outreach and advocating locally for good schools for city children. He has long seen education as key to his own success and has desired positive educational experiences for my sisters and me, as well as for the children in the city and the county. Dad has long-standing good relations with Lancaster Park Bench. He's enjoyed connection with the Lancaster namesake and to the English system of common law in general. As a history buff, we walked around London together through historic sites of note to the legal community, and he practically sang with enthusiasm while discoursing on the English common law system, the ends of court, and the traditions of common law attorneys. We frequently toured Philadelphia, visiting the Liberty Bell, the Old Town, and eagerly to meet my sisters. The improbable project of those early colonies, and the program of William Penn to favor religious freedom, which things brought his ancestors to this country. He has always been conscious of the power of words. Whether speaking with others about corporate governance or direction, or wielding a pen to strike out the poorly chosen word when editing a memo or a letter prepared by a young associate, he has taken care not to unduly offend others or burn bridges, and consequently he has not made many enemies, but instead has made and kept many friends. As I have been a young associate at Kraybill, I have observed his interaction with others when he pursues the simultaneous goals of clear communication to a client, while dignifying the efforts of drafting attorney. This is a careful line. He frequently notes that it is always possible to write better, and as a result, he has long been known in the office for the trail of red ink that follows his editing pen. We call this the Elvinator. Working with the track changes function in Microsoft Word has been something of a revelation for him. We have to admit, though, that the changes he suggests are always for the best. For as long as I can remember, my dad wasn't improving. He has run the Red Rose Run every year since it began in the 1970s, and he adopted the 7 habits of highly effective people, as well as other time management and self-improvement strategies. To better manage his time, he has used first a daytimer, then a Palm Pilot, and now an iPod. I believe his motivation is not just self-improvement, for its own sake, that is, but rather for wanting to be a good steward of the gifts and blessings that he has been given. He is a high-energy person, and he draws good people to him. He appreciates good organization, intentionality, and courtesy. He's an excellent attorney, a fine human being, and a good father. Here's to you, Dad. I'm proud of you.
That alone made worth coming here tonight. And thank you very much. Please stick around.